just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. It's caught. Jones. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Tomlinson on the handoff. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's 3 levels, defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the 3rd level is leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
Tomlinson again, a first down carry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When we did DeMarcus Ware's games in Dallas, didn't we spend most of the time talking about him rushing the passer?
We did, and how about now?
Oh, boy, he's expanded his game in a big way. Really does a great job in the run game now, using his length, using his leverage to hold the point of attack and make plays as we just saw there.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. This now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first look is incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They run with LT, and he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Gonzalez. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's L.A. with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Back to throw. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
He's got his running back, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Tomlinson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moss. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll run for it. It's Tomlinson. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the 1st. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Now it's Tomlinson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Gonzalez. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll set up to throw. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught at the 8. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's 3-0 here in the second quarter. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to launch this thing way downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays that could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This
I put a star. I put a star. Third quarter starts with a run from LaDainian Tomlinson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally. Running right, this is Tomlinson. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him. The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, and this is going to be incomplete. And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys first.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but at least it does draw them back level. And that has to be job 1. A touchdown certainly would have been nice, but here you get back on even terms, and now you get the rest of the second half to try and get yourselves in front.